Now hold on a minute, player. My name is attackslug, and welcome to a tag team match here today in my career mode in 2K17. The ongoing Let's Play continues. Holla holla. It has been quite a number of episodes since I formed this tag team with Baron Corbin, and we're gonna fight the Ascension. I'm pretty sure I have not had a tag team match since losing the NXT tag team titles with Samoa Joe. Anyway, welcome to a fine Wednesday here on this show. I have now watched both Raw and SmackDown and have thoughts on both, and I don't think there's any news here, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so I am here in central New Jersey where it is cold and it is windy, but there's no snow on the ground. So I know there was snow in a lot of other places, but where I'm currently at, there was no snow. And considering our local weathermen were like, oh, it could be a blizzard, I feel like that was booked by Vince Russo. Where he's like, it's a swerve, bro. It's a swerve. So yeah, they told us, oh, so much snow, and then it kept getting downgraded, and then just a day of rain. And now it's just fine out. It's dry, and it's cold, and it's windy. It's about 32 degrees right now, so, you know, a little chilly. But I'm inside making videos, so what the fuck do I care? Anyway, I didn't get a chance yesterday to discuss the Roman Reigns stuff on Raw. I thought the Braun Strowman stuff was fantastic. Just totally knocking him into fucking next week. I'm sure they didn't plan him to land on the side of the ramp there, but it was hilarious nonetheless. But yeah, the stuff with HBK, I feel like that's getting a little bit predictable. Or it's like, oh, you're going to fight the Undertaker, but he's not going to be here every week, so one of those weeks we'll bring out Shawn Michaels, and he'll say, you really shouldn't fight the Undertaker, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Which, you know, it is, but also, it's the big dog. So, you know, I did like that he's like, well, he's going to be in here with me, type deal. Like, that's pretty good. I don't know if you can parlay that into any kind of a heel turn. I think him saying that he might retire Taker, which has kind of been the rumor here for a little bit, again, would be a massively amazing heel move. But when you're still booking Roman Reigns as the face of Raw, that's kind of a bit contradictory, if you ask me. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I am thoroughly and entirely... There's another word there. I can't fucking think of it. Why did it say signature and he fucking fell down? I don't understand. Yeah, so I guess it remains to be seen how that stuff plays out at Mania itself. And next week, we get Baron Corbin, 3 count, doing the work. Next week, we get Braun and Roman, again, the Fastlane rematch that nobody really wanted, and I would imagine next week they'll do what they should have done at Fastlane, which is have Taker interrupt or interfere somehow, and then have Braun win the match. That should have happened at Fastlane. I don't know why they are doing it next week, but whatever. And there you go. The tag team of 2 lone wolves, because we kind of do our stuff solo, and they happen to put us in a tag team match. Playa. Like, I only tag teamed up with Baron Corbin. I was in a feud with Big Cass, and I needed somebody just in case Big Cass decided to bring in Enzo. But he didn't. I just fought Big Cass a lot. Oh, it's Seth freaking Rollins. That's appropriate. That's my next topic of discussion here. They spent all of Raw on this whole Mick Foley has to fire somebody. Like, it's that big of a deal because it's wrestling. When you get fired, either number 1, you go to SmackDown, or number 2, you show up next week in the front row with a pair of tickets and interfere in something. But also, he could have easily fired guys like Curtis Axel, and who would have noticed? He's never on the show. When was the last time you saw R-Truth on the show? Or Goldust on the show? Or Summer Rae, who's injured, on the show? There are so many names you could have fired. Honestly, considering the treatment he's been getting ever since he grabbed Vince, you could have fired Titus O'Neil, and you'd be doing him a damn favor. But that's neither here nor there. That whole thing was ridiculous, and it all built up to the final main event of Mick Foley and Triple H and being saved by Seth Rollins. Now, that whole thing could have ended perfectly with Seth Rollins unveiling a new t-shirt and getting the better of Triple H, the fans chanting for Rollins, which is the first time they've done that in a while, and then you end the show. But no, Triple H, King of Shovel Style, has to do his usual shit and come out on top and look like the coolest guy in the room, always, and they put him over. Now, to be fair, this could be because Rollins is not cleared to compete at the show, right? So, here comes Roman to save his buddy. Stomping away, hammering away. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Cannot download. Well, that sucks. Who is that? Who could it be? Oh, it's the distraction from the music that I can't hear because I have it disabled because, nope, Rollins, how about no? Nice try. I don't fall for your usual wrestling tricks of getting distracted by music. That doesn't happen because number one is turned off because content ID. Where the fuck was I? So yeah, you had to make sure Triple H look cool, but it could be because Seth Rollins is not cleared yet, and they're going to go in a different direction for Mania. That's the only reason, like, it's either number one, his ego, or number two, there's a bigger picture plan. But a lot of times you think that, and they don't actually have one. So, I don't know. We'll see. And that was Raw, more or less. SmackDown had JBL and Tom Phillips because the other half of their announced team was not there, which was hilarious. So, someone's getting face fucked, right? Morrow was stuck in the snowstorm somewhere in the Northeast, and Otunga was filming a movie. So, alright, sure. That's fine. It was fine. It was acceptable for announcing. But yeah, we are definitely 110% on the road to AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. And I've made my thoughts on that very clear the past, I guess, couple of weeks. I'm not really going to go into it too much more than I already have. But I will say, it's awful convenient that they had a camera inside the car that Shane had his head smashed through. Like, were there cameras in all the cars, or how does that work? I don't understand that. I will say for SmackDown, again, they could give a shit less about their tag team division on SmackDown. They were cutting constantly back to Shane McMahon to go, oh, hey, here's Shane, here's Shane, here's Shane. And I guess the most significant thing there is that was here's Fit Finlay and Jamie Noble. And that's always fun to see those guys. So I appreciate that. But yeah, like that a complete afterthought of their tag division. Like, will that belt even get defended? And if they do, it'll probably be on the fucking pre-show. So I feel bad for those guys, you know? Apparently Kurt Angle was in Pittsburgh, and obviously not on the show, but during that tag match with American Alpha, they were chanting, "We want Angle." So, you know, I think it's a matter of time before they have him doing something, although it's possible that he could end up on Raw, considering what's going on right now with Mick Foley. So if you're looking for a new commissioner, or a new GM, or whatever the hell his position is, I think it's GM, I think that being the GM of Raw for a bit could be cool. But also, because of the heinous actions of AJ Styles, they fire him, right? And I'm like, Randy Orton burned a fucking house down. What? No repercussions. Like, he committed arson. And they're like, yeah, no, it's cool, Randy. It's fine. But AJ Styles viciously attacks someone who has wrestled in the past, and all of a sudden, nope, no, you can't do that. You're fired. What I'm trying to say is, wrestling is weird. There's no real rhyme or reason to any of that stuff. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, man, that would have turned around and then spear would have been so much better. But the game's not set up for that. So it's the same cutscene over and over and over. Come on down. And back up to 100 points in this damn rivalry. 6-man tag team match. Myself, Baron Corbin, and Festus. I mean, Luke Gallows face a created guy and Tyler Breeze and Curtis Axel. That sounds absolutely batshit insane, and that will be tomorrow. Gonna cut today a little bit short. I got more things to do, more things to record. My apologies. Although I will say, there's been rumors that they were gonna put Regal in the Hall of Fame, and that doesn't seem to be panning out. Like, he deserves it. What are you doing? In any event, that 6-man madness will be tomorrow. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.